So creatives must contribute to the creative brief. We have skin in the game. Speaking as a former copywriter, we should advise and review this document before the actual brief and the briefing. So who created the template for this team-based collaboration in writing the creative brief? The guy's name is Bill Bernbach. He's the founder of Doyle Dane Bernbach in the 1940s. He broke the rules. He set in motion the beginning of concept-driven advertising that we now call the golden age of advertising. So what did he do? It was breakthrough, but it was so simple. He put a copywriter and an art director together and formed a creative team, 2 heads. He invented partnerships in the creative world. For 26 years, I always had an art director partner, and I would never show any idea to anyone unless my art director partner gave it a thumbs up. My art director became my best BS detector, and that made art ideas stronger. So collaboration sparks better creative thinking, which is why collaboration sparks more focused, inspiring creative briefs. You know, Steve Jobs told a story about collaboration and why it was so important to him. He said that when he was a boy, he lived down the street from an old guy. He thinks that he might have cut his lawn when he was a boy. And one day this old guy invited him to come over to his garage. And when they went in the garage, he said, I found this old rock tumbler. It was a coffee can and a small electric motor connected by a rubber band. And the old man said, let's go back into my backyard. And they collected up some old, ugly, jagged rocks. They brought it back into the garage. They put it into this can, a little bit of oil, a little bit of grit powder, covered the can and turned it on. And the thing made a big racket, a lot of noise. And the old guy said, come on back tomorrow, Steve. We'll take a look at what we got. So he came back the next day, turned off the motor, took the can from the thing, poured out the rocks, and Steve was astounded. He said, the ugly rocks were now smooth and polished and beautiful. And he said, in my mind, this is my metaphor for a team working hard on something they're passionate about. So when you bump up against each other with tension and arguments and disagreements, it produces polished ideas. And Jobs had a name for this. He called this his parable of the rocks.